Oh yeah, yeah, high score, baby, almost got it. Yep, come to daddy. Wyze Tech Support, Jimmy speaking. Oh, yeah, your app isn't opening? Yeah, you on Wi-Fi? Oh, that's it, it's definitely, most definitely Wi-Fi. Seen it 100 times. Yep, get off that Wi-Fi, you'll be just fine. Wyze Tech Support, Jimmy speaking. Yeah, you can't log into the Wyze app. You're not getting the SMS message. Yeah, did you check your Wi-Fi yet? Gotcha! Oh, yep. Okay, yeah, your door lock doesn't work. Yeah, you try pushing the buttons. Yep. You try resetting your Wi-Fi. Wyze Tech Support, this is Jimmy. Oh, hey Kyle, how's it going, man? Yeah, they're releasing it? Oh no. Well, I guess we're gonna have to update the call script because I don't know, I don't have an option for that. For the past several years, Wyze has been filling our homes with dozens of cameras, sensors, smart switches, smart appliances, smart lighting, and other devices. And almost all of them have one thing in common. They need really fast, reliable wireless internet for them to work properly. While Wyze definitely has had their share of firmware and service problems, the lack of a strong Wi-Fi signal can be the root cause of many issues. Today, Wyze is announcing the launch and pre-order of their new advanced Wi-Fi Mesh Router and Wi-Fi Mesh Router Pro to combat the problem of poor wireless connectivity and performance everywhere. I'm going to break down everything you need to know about these new devices and help you decide, should you get one? And if so, which model is right for you? As they haven't shipped any units, my evaluation is going to be based solely on what I know from them on the technical specifications alone. They do have some units coming, and to make sure you get the straight skinny from the man himself, why not hit that subscribe button down below and you'll get notified when I do that video. Most consumers aren't going to know the difference between an 802.11n from a DOCSIS 3 64 QAM modulated signal. We blindly buy our internet access from the only game in town, and we spend the extra few dollars a month to buy their combo wireless modem and router, thinking it's all we need. Well, the joke is on you. Oftentimes the technology in these is rarely updated at best, and at worst open to hacking. In most cases, your internet depends on three things: a modem, or ONT. This is the device that takes your cable, fiber, or DSL signal and turns it into something that loosely resembles internet access. Next, if you want more than one device to be able to use that internet at a time, you need something to control the traffic on your little on-ramp to the information superhighway. Yeah, I'm dating myself a little bit there. Well, this is called your router and connects devices to your internet via your modem. And finally, because we don't want to all sit in the same spot to use the internet or have cords dragged around everywhere, we need a wireless access point, or AP for short. While some companies provide 3 separate devices, most companies are now combining 2 or 3 of these features into their rental devices. Your cable guy most of the time couldn't tell you the difference between a megabyte and a hanging chad, so I wouldn't rely on their advice to help set up your wireless properly. Wyze is releasing 2 combination routers and access points today, a base model in white and a more advanced Pro model in black, with very similar and very different features depending on your needs. These devices replace the lower 2 items on this list and act as a traffic cop and a wireless on-ramp for your TV, smartphone, tablets, Wyze camera, and other devices. With today's houses growing larger and larger and needing wireless in outdoor living spaces and needing support smart devices and cameras outside your home, having more than one access point is becoming a necessity. You'll see some Wi-Fi devices for sale that we affectionately call dead spiders, because they have up to 9 antennas, cost upwards of $300, and look like an upside-down spider. But almost always, multiple access points strategically placed beat a single access point, especially over long distances and in congested areas like apartments and condos. The Wyze Mesh Router system simplifies creating a high-quality, high-speed wireless network in your home by creating identical units that can be deployed throughout your home and stretch your network's Wi-Fi range automatically. This means your phones and other devices will normally connect to the access point with the strongest signal and will mesh between your devices, handing your device off radio to radio to provide uninterrupted coverage throughout your property, much like your cell phone does when you're driving down the highway. No more drop calls and no more weak sauce Wi-Fi up in your house. You deserve this upgrade. Now you don't have to be limited to just 2 mesh devices, and you don't have to worry about which one is the main router and which are the wireless APs, as they figure out those details themselves. You just have to plug in one of them, and you can start easily adding up to 10, the maximum they recommend, which is probably overkill except for the largest installations. If your home does have existing wiring run, the device can use what we call a wired backhaul. Kind of like the pipes in your walls, it will run data across and to the internet. If you don't have any existing wiring, they will automatically set up a wireless backchannel connection as you add devices. Here's the important caveat though, you can't mix and match pro and non-pro devices, so we better get talking about which one you'll need. Kind of like planning for a raging party, nobody likes running out of booze or good internet. Both devices support connections up to 1 gigabit per second, and the Pro version supports up to 2.5. If you have DSL, either will probably work. If you have cable or fiber internet, which is generally faster, check your last bill to see what speed you're on. 1 gigabit equals roughly 1,000 megabits. If you're on anything 1,000 or less, you're probably not going to be bottlenecked with either. Next, both models support the latest Wi-Fi 6 AX technologies, but are also backwards compatible with Wi-Fi 4 and Wi-Fi 5 bands. These aren't the official names, but honestly, they're so confusing, it's probably just easier for both of us to skip the nitty-gritty details and angry comments in Facebook and YouTube. I'll have links to my favorite nerdy channels where you can learn about all of these in the description. While it's becoming more popular, Wi-Fi 6 is still only available in the latest generations of smartphones, the iPhone 12, 13, and 14 or newer, and Apple M1, M2 MacBooks made in 2020 or after. It's great to see Wyze offering the latest technology here, though don't think your device is going to make some quantum leap forward if your cell phone or device was made pre-COVID, and maybe not even after. Wyze is claiming support for up to 50 plus devices for each base unit you add, and 75 plus devices for each of the Pro models you deploy. If you're not on blazing fast internet or transferring huge files, the difference between theoretical 3,000 megabits per second and 5,400 megabits per second is just funny money. Both devices are going to offer parental controls in a future update, and both feature built-in firewall security by FireDome, a startup and company partnering with a lot of device vendors for enhanced end-to-end security. The Pro Mesh router offers tri-band Wi-Fi 6E support, meaning your device can use the 2.4, 5, and new 6 GHz bands, though almost all Wyze devices only make use of 2.4. Both support 2x2 MIMO, which means multi-input, multi-output for faster connections and transfers from your wireless devices and devices like the Wyze Cam Pro V3. Hey, if you haven't seen my 3-way runoff between the V2, V3, and V3 Pro from last week, it's linked up here and down in the description. One thing that nobody says out loud is that the FCC limits Wi-Fi signal strength on consumer radio bands just to a few milliwatts, so the range and maximum speed are mostly theoretical. Often the differences between more advanced mesh systems are the ability to do beam steering and focusing Wi-Fi signals from their antennas to your device, all while staying legal of course, much like a lighthouse focuses its beam to cast a light further and with more intensity. Speaking of antennas, the base model has 4 of them per node, while the Pro has 6. The more antennas allows the device to steer the Wi-Fi more efficiently and gives a little bit more coverage. The claimed coverage of the base model is 1,500 square feet and the Pro model is 2,000 square feet. If you watched my Wyze Cam runoff video, you'll remember this scene where I talk about how quickly wireless signal degrades at range. Each wall reduces Wi-Fi signal by half, so 3 walls away from your router or access point, the signal and distance could be as much as 8 times reduced. So if your 2,000 square foot home has multiple walls in it, the odds are you're not even going to cover 2,000 square feet with just one mesh unit. For very small homes or studio apartments, you could probably get away with one single unit. For ramblers or rural homes without a lot of wireless competition, 2 should probably be just fine. And for multi-floor homes, I recommend at least 3 units strategically placed to blanket your home in Wi-Fi. Most of the remaining specs on the base and Pro are very similar. The Pro does have twice the memory, which may help when dealing with more client devices, as shown in the specs. The Pro device does have a USB 2.0 port for an unknown future expansion and slightly stronger power brick to go with it, but day to day you're probably not going to notice much of a difference. So which one should you get? If your internet connection is above gigabit speeds or you plan to have more than 150 devices on one network, go with the Pro models. If you don't know how fast your internet is or don't really care, you just want reliable, affordable Wi-Fi signal, start with a pair of the base model units as an affordable way to expand your Wi-Fi coverage. And if you only have one router or Wi-Fi access point today, then getting either mesh system is going to be a great upgrade. I like the fact that you can affordably purchase and expand their Wi-Fi system quickly and easily in the future. I like the feature set I'm seeing, however, until I get hands-on with the system, I won't be able to give you a comparison from the other market-leading solutions from Wifi, Google, Amazon, TP-Link, and the many others in this crowded space. I am excited to see that Wyze has finally decided to offer a solution to this very common household problem. If you made it this far though, it might be a good time to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video where I'll talk about how to hook these up and how they compare. This has been John the Net Guy, and this is the Mesh Router and Mesh Router Pro from Wyze. And now you know. Wyze Tech Support, Jimmy speaking. Oh, yeah, your camera's not recording to the SD card anymore. Yeah, is it on Wi-Fi? Yeah, that's most definitely your Wi-Fi right there. Yep, that's your Wi-Fi right there. That'll fix it up. Just go ahead and reboot the Control Alt Reset, Shift F2. Yep, that'll do it.